win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. It's the 6-year quarterback, started at least a game as a backup in each of the last 4 seasons, Tyler Huntley.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Throwing to start this game. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They gain 11 on that play, and that's a Browns first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We've set it down from 37. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. Working a couple yards past the line. Brought down by Quay Walker.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, Sam headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. So out had the Raiders for their first possession. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL, Brock his 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Love from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on third? They send a man in motion. Third and long. Here's Love. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county. Well, I am flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Now the Raiders ready in for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skips down inside the 35-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Browns.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Huntley looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second and that playbook wide open.
28-yard line.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. From the pistol, here's Judkins. Running in the red zone. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
It's a gain of 18. And the Browns, 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Another game to Judkins. And he's in! It's a Cleveland touchdown! The Browns go up 6-0 here in the first.
Touchdown, Browns.
They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders, nothing.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Dylan Laube on the return. Showing a little burst so far. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest, and I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Back to the air. Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft one deep to the left. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Here's Huntley. This is a heater going deep. Big gain downfield. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 30. 1st down, Cleveland.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle 3rd, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Finds him over the middle. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and Faden has it. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Huntley. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 4 yards.
Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Allegiant Stadium coming up. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, here's Huntley. He's going to run for it. And he's able to get this down to the 13. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's 4th down.
So the Browns sending out Andre Schmidt on this 4th down. This from 30 yards out. Schmidt connects. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Laube with the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Love out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity in any success for an offense.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. To the air with Love. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Complete to Rashee Rice. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? They'll air it out on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
A.J. Cole on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Oh, slow snap there. And it's blocked. And with the recovery there, that is exactly where possession's going to be turned over.
There was some vulnerability right up the middle, a punter's nightmare, and that's exactly where they attacked. Pressure got through, got a straight shot at the punter, who couldn't get it off in time.
The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And talk about a dream position, Brock, heading out with 1st and goal waiting for him. A fantastic block creates a great opportunity now as they're starting out 1st and goal. On the give, here's Judkins. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead.
17. Raiders nothing.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Zamir White on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Throwing, it's Love. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Second and manageable. He's throwing. Throw reeled in by Bear. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts.
First down.
And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
At the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Throwing again. Love. Throw right side, finds Bash. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Laube with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. And things starting to get a little out of hand for them, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. They'll send it out wide to Sutton. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
It's a gain of 14
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
It was Saquon Barkley. This is ahead for about 5. It's the rookie out of UCLA, Brock. Carson Schlesinger making the stop.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. Continuing to turn those legs inside the 25. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Now first run of the game's Amir White. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Go right side, and McBride has it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. A tight end in motion now. Love on 3rd and short. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
A 7-yard gain.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Love now off the play action. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Trey McBride, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders cut the lead down to 10.
17. Raiders 7.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And they'd love a repeat of their last drive, wouldn't they? Their first play was their only play as they ran it in for 6. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Browns first down.
That's good for a Browns.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Throwing here, Huntley. That one is complete to Fannin. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Huntley. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Browns ball working to carry this lead through to the end. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And the Browns first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Browns.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Judkins up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Huntley looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's Judkins on first down. And he's in! It's a Cleveland touchdown! The Browns can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead.
Raiders 7.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Here's White on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Raiders take over first.
Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Throwing the out route complete. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Has him on a quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Love from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line.
A gain of 17
that play good for
yards.
17 and a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Once more, it's Love. It's a screen to Barkley. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Love to throw again. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Sticking in the air. Love. We've got a screen to the running back. To the right. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 18.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. From the red zone now. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders cut the lead down to 10.
Makes the score Browns 24, Raiders 14.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Recovered by the Browns.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Browns and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. From the gun, Judkins. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he can't escape run. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Third and just 2 to go. Handoff headed left. It's Judkins. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
So the Browns sending out Andre Schmidt on this 4th down. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here. Schmidt connects, and they were able to convert despite that errant snap.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Here's White on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. First call here coming from the shotgun. Love out of the shotgun. supposed to go, so he just threw it away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Back to the air, Love. Left side, into the hands of McBride. And he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock, but not the big play they needed. Just a gain of 5.
3rd and 4.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now to throw. He's got White, complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
A gain of 10
Even
yards.
10-yard gain on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Love with it on first down. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.